When I tell you my jaw dropped when I saw this title, Bridesmaid doesn't find out about 5K cost of bachelorette trip until she's already there. Guys, no, this is not it. This should not be happening for any trip, especially a bachelorette party trip. From the title alone, I can't tell whose fault it was. I don't know if it's the bride that planned this whole trip. I don't know if it was the maid of honor, a group of bridesmaids, not including this one, parents of the bride, or what have you. But no matter what, this is not okay. Now, we all have our personal budgets when it comes to what we want to spend on a trip, let alone a bachelorette party trip. I personally would never spend $5,000 for a bachelorette party trip, but that's just me. We all have our own budgets and expectations. So that itself can be a whole other discussion, why people are expected to pay this much. But the main thing I want to discuss about this is the lack of communication. So let's look on both sides of the coin for this. First, as a bride or maid of honor, this should never be a surprise to anybody that's coming on the trip. They should know ahead of time what is going to be expected of them to pay for and what they need to pay up front or what they might have to pay later. And two, on the other side of this, as a guest to a bachelorette party, never go before knowing these expectations. Ask clearly, hey, what will be expected of me to pay? What is going to be the cost of blank, blank, and blank? And when do you need the money by? Now, I'm going to say again, without knowing anything about this story, just reading this clickbaity title, so I don't know if it's true or not or what details we have. This could be someone that planned that has a lot of money, so to them, this doesn't sound like anything. Or someone that just doesn't know how to budget and they start buying and signing up for all these things, and before you know it, they split the costs and it's this much per person. So here's my recommendation if you are hosting a bachelorette party. All those big ticket items, like let's say if there's a flight involved, a hotel, those should be taken care of before you leave so everyone can know what's kind of expected. Find a budget that works for everybody. Everyone that agrees to coming or wants to come, say the grand total is going to be this cost, split amongst 5 girls, it'll be this. Is this doable for everybody? Then let's say there's certain things that you won't know until you get there. Like maybe you're splitting groceries for a house. Maybe you're splitting some restaurant bills. Maybe you're splitting, I don't know, a boat ride. Whatever that looks like later, say it might be about this much because it's going to include this, this, and this. If you are someone hosting a bachelorette party, it is your responsibility to check in with the people that are coming and make sure things are within budget. There should be no surprises, especially not this big. I've paid a good portion for bachelorette parties before, but those are for like close friends. Nowhere near this amount. Nowhere near this amount. It doesn't even touch this amount. And I think the expectation around bachelorette parties has gotten very kind of scary out there. Of course, I don't know what they did for this or what got them to this point. But even like my honeymoon, I didn't spend that much for my husband and I. So I'm just like, what happened here? There is so much more I could say about this. But if I got to a trip where I thought it was going to be way less and then they told me I had to fork out $5,000, I'm not sure exactly how I would respond. What would you guys do? Like, this is crazy to me.